Hi everyone, today I'm coming to demonstrate how to terminate a Cat6 cable. So before you go to do, you actually need a Cat6 cable, which is this cable. This is a Cat6 cable. You will need your cutters, you need your cutting tools, you need your crimping tool for crimping the RJ45 this onto the cable. And you need your tester to test if it is working properly or not. So to begin, you have to remove the gray insulation part. You have to remove it to be able to expose the wires inside. So right now I'll be cutting it out, but I'll use my LJ45 to measure it so that I don't get it too long or too short. Yes. So I will use my device here, the edge here, to mark where it ends. Right to here to mark. Then I will then put the cable inside it, and then I'll turn it. And you don't need to turn it too much, else you may damage some cables inside. So now we are done exposing the wires inside. If you can realize though, every wire has its color. Every wire has its color code. So inside it we have a plastic material inside. We will not need it. Else if you try putting all the wire inside the RJ45, it will not enter. So this is the RJ45. Because of the wire, it occupies space and it will not enter. So we have to cut it off with the crimping tool. So you cut it off like this. So now you arrange so now you arrange the cables according to the color code. We have a color code, like a standard arrangement of the colors. So first of all, you have your striped orange first. Yeah. You have your striped orange, so it will be at the edge here. You bring it here. Then we have the orange here, so you bring it also here. We have the striped green, so you bring the striped green here. Then the blue will come. The blue will come in. Then we'll have our striped blue. We have our green. We have our striped brown or whitish brown. Whatever. So have our striped brown, and then the brown will come finally. So you will make sure they are all together. Make sure they are all together. Make sure they are all together here like this. So you arrange them very well. Make sure they are all stable here. So make sure they are all stable inside here. Arrange it properly. Right? And make sure none of them is longer than in when you arrange them. See here it looks as if some are longer than some. So for all to be straight, use our crimping tool. We'll straighten it. We'll straighten it a bit. Straighten it out. Then we'll take our RJ45. Then you will put in the wires gently. Make sure you don't mix in, and make sure they all get to the end here. They are all showing at the end here. Yes, so you put it in, and then you verify the wires inside. Yes, as you can see, to verify it very well. Then you use the crimping tool. The crimping tool, it has the a port for the 8 pin, 6 pin, and 4 pin. This is a 6 pin RJ45. It's actually 8 pin. So you put it in the 8 pin port, which is the one in the middle. You put it in, then you crimp it. So I've actually terminated one side of the cable. So you do same for the other side of the cable as well. So same applies to the other side. I'll take my RJ44 and measure as I did earlier. I'll measure, then put the wire inside. You press here to open it. Then you put it in. Then you turn it to expose the wire. You don't turn it too much or you may damage something. And also it has different parts. Depending on the size of your cable, you know where to put it. So if it is bigger, you put it at the bigger place. If it is smaller, you put it at the smaller hole as well. So as usual, the transparent plastic stuff inside, the transparent plastic stuff inside does not need to be does not need to be used. You don't need it. So actually cut it off. Yeah, then you cut it off. And now you arrange it according to the color code. We have our orange lacking first and then so we have our striped orange which comes first, then the orange comes, then the striped green will come, then the blue follow in that order. Then the blue follow it. Yes, then the striped blue will also follow. Yeah, then with the green will also come. Then the striped brown will follow. The striped brown will follow it. So and then the brown will now come. So you straighten it. Make sure you straighten it. I'm using my hand to straighten. You can use a pen or something. Yeah. So you make sure all is set, all is well arranged and close together as usual. So, so after that, you still verify if everything is okay and they are all on the same line. If some are longer than some, check if they all have the same length. If some are longer than some, you cut it so that they all be on the same line. They all be equal. So as you can see, they are not the same. Some are longer than some. So since some are longer, since some are longer, you trim it down a bit. So you trim this, edges so that they'll all be on the same so you trim it so that they'll be on the same line. So right now we'll take our RJ45. Take our RJ45. This is it. Yeah, this is our RJ45. And then we'll put in the wire, the wires inside the cat 6. We'll now put it in gently. So as it's inside, you can verify if it is. You should verify again if you've actually done the right thing or not. So as at now, mm, I think I've done the right thing. So yeah, everything is intact. So you pick your crimping tool, you put in the RJ45 with the cable in it, and you crimp it together. You press it to crimp it. So now we are done terminating both sides of the cable. So now you have to test it. How shall we that it's actually working properly? So we'll put it in. You have the tester. The tester has the master side and the remote side. So we'll put one side of the cable in the master side. They are having it has a port here. So you put the cable one side here at the master side, and then you put this also the other one at the remote side. Then you turn on your tester for it to test it for you. So as you can see, it's testing and it's reading well on the line. When it reads, the one at the remote side must correspond to the one at the master side. If if it reads one at one end and then reads two at the other end, or one ends before the other, it means there's something wrong with the cable. So as it stands now, everything is reading in order, it's moving in order, the same numbers. They are reading the same numbers at the same time. We have one up to it and then 10. So they are all reading the same cables at the same time, the same pins at the same time, the same numbers. So as it stands now, it shows that my cable have been properly made and it's actually working. So thank you for the moment. Thank you for watching this tutorial. So now since our cable have been created and it is working properly, we are now going to do our file sharing between these two devices. Yes, because we need at least two devices to make a network. And one device cannot form a network. There's a communication between two or more devices. So to start, we have to get a LAN cable which is here for it to be working properly. The laptop needs to have the ports as well, which you can see they are having over here. So now I'm coming to connect my LAN cables to the laptops. So you connect them. So we have to make sure our laptops are connected. So we'll connect it now. So first you insert this to this. for it to be connected, and then we'll connect to this also. So you have to, when the two are well connected, you will see some light blinking here. One is orange and the other is lime. So you will see the color, the light blinking to show that they are connected. You can see it on the other device also. So to indicate that they are connected. But at the moment, they can't transfer any files because they can't identify each other. They are not configured. So for you to configure it, you first go to your control panel. You will search for a control panel. Then you go to network and internet. From the network and internet, go to network and sharing center. There you find the Ethernet that we just connected with identifying. So it is still identifying, and when you come here and you check the network, when you check the network, it tell you identifying. Probably to come and then to tell you unidentified network because it does not know who it is communicating with. So you have to configure it so that you know who it is communicating with. So at the moment, you go to the Ethernet settings, go to the properties, then you enable, make sure the TCP IP4 and the 6 are checked, which have been done over here. And then you tap on it. After tapping on the IPv4 option, Internet Protocol version 4 option, go to the properties of the IPv4 over here. Go to properties, then you go and configure the IP address manually. If you use the first option, it gives you an automatic IP address. For this, you have to assign it yourself. You assign an IP address, which will be 192.168.0.1. Sorry, .0.1. When you do that, the subnet mask will come by itself automatically when you press enter. So then that's the IP address of this machine that we've set. Then we'll go to the, so now we've shared the configured the IP address for this machine's Ethernet, and then so now I have our IP address here, now public network. So now we'll go to the network settings. In the settings, we'll go and check, we'll go and set it for it to transfer data. We're going to allow the file transfer to go. Yeah, so turn on network discovery, turn on file and printer sharing, then you save changes. Yeah. So what we've done here, we are also coming to do the same here on the other machine as well. So with this one, also you go to your control panel. I'll just repeat what I did with that one. Control panel. Go to your control panel. Go to network and internet. Network and sharing center. Go to the Ethernet. Properties. Make sure make sure the IPv4 and IPv6 checked. Then you select the IPv4. Go to properties. Then you also assign an IP address. Here we use 192.168.0.1. Here we use .0.2 so that to be a different IP address. 168.0.1 to assign the subnet mask by itself. So we've now assigned our IP address to the other machine that will be receiving the file. You press OK, then you close. Then you now come to the Ethernet settings of. You go to the Ethernet settings, see the settings of the machine, the settings itself. Come here. Go to your network and internet. Properties. Okay. So do change advanced sharing options. You turn on the network discovery and then turn on the file sharing as well. This. Oh, okay. So turn on sharing so anyone with network access can read and write files in the public folder. Yes. So we turn that one to off. Make sure you have your settings configured so that the other device can also identify you and share files with you. Network discovery. Okay, everything is taken this way. So let's just also come here and make sure all those settings are up to. Turn it on, turn on file and printer sharing. Okay. Yes. So we have to check if it is they're actually responding. So you go to the command prompt, which is a CMD, and then you ping the IP address that we set for this one, which is 192.168.0.2 to see if it will receive a response. So reply from the IP address destination reached. Okay, reached. So we make sure. Okay, so here we are receiving something like destination host and reach. Okay, let's just check the IP address and see how you have to check the IP address, because if it is truly the IP address you have connect, if it means you have to receive a positive reply. Yes. So properties. So here properties. Okay. Okay, we also did this one as one, so it's supposed to be two. So this one is dot zero dot one, and this one is dot zero dot two. So okay, close, close. So we have to do the pinning again. So we go to the CMD. We have pin 192.168.0.2. Yeah, so reply have been, sorry, we've received replies from it, positive replies from it. Replies have been received from it, which shows that it's able to identify this device as being connected. So you have to check for this one also and see if it is also working. You have to check for this one also to make sure it is also identifying it. So you go to the CMD, you go and ping this device over here. You ping this one, which ends with .0.1. So 192.168.0.1, which is the IP address of this one. So you can pin the IP address of a device which is on the same network too. You can try it on your Wi-Fi. It's another form of network that you have connected on the same network with the person. So you have to receive reply from this, the bytes, the time it took to respond. So packet sent was 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it receives 4 packet response, and then there was no data loss. That means we have verified that they are communicating with each other. So here I'm going to create a txt file here. I don't have Word, so I have to create a txt. Let me just close the window here. So I'll create a txt file here and then open it, and maybe I'll add a text like I've received it. Yeah, so we save it, then you store it in the folder. I'll create a folder also and store it inside. So let me see, net folder. So then push the txt file into it, and then go here, then you go to the properties of the folder. Okay, we then write sharing. You go to the sharing, go to share, then you share with everyone. Say these are the available networks. This my device, and this one is these are the networks available. So you just choose everyone. So anyone that it is connected to who can receive it. So everyone. Then add, to give it the permission to read and write. Anyone to read and write. Then select it. Or select and then share. So so you can just go here. So this now the shared folder. So you now access it, the shared folder, from this laptop through the Ethernet. So you go to the network side, where you find the other device that is on the network with you. You tap on it. Okay, it's actually password protected, so we have to disable the password protection also. So you now change the, it's actually from here, so you change the advanced sharing option, then you go to all network, scroll down, you turn off password protection. Yes, also. So turn off the password protected sharing, then save the changes, then you go and refresh here. You identify the device, which is this one over here. You open it, the user, go to HP, the files on the desktop. So here to count the desktop, that's the folder that we created. That's the net folder over here, which we've shared here. So you open it, and this is our file here, showing that I have received it. Okay, so let's try and maybe edit the file. We'll be like, I edit it from the other PC. So you see, let's try and open the file over here and see what it will tell us. It will also tell us. Let me just close this. Okay, done. Close. Let me open it and see what it will also tell us. Yes, I edit it from the other PC. So this shows that there's a communication between the two devices now. They can share files to the other. So which means if this one will also have to share, it means to also be having the same password protection sharing issue. So let's just check if it's also having. If it's also having it, we will change advanced sharing option. You go to all networks, scroll up, turn off password protection, password sharing. Then let's try and add something to the folder. Now we have our folder here. We have our folder here containing just the txt file. So maybe let's try to add something. Maybe we will create a Word document here. Since this one can create a Word document, create a Word document here. Yes, so as you can see over here, Word is not created, so it appears here. So whatever is shared here also comes here. Yes, also as well. So this is the docx file here, and then this is the docx, which is a Microsoft Word file being created on this one also. If you rename it as, let me say, text file, and you press enter, it will also appear here as text file when you press the enter key. So right now it means the two devices can communicate and they can send data using our they can now send data through the cable that we created, and that's the that's the end of my presentation. Thank you for watching.